Hello, you are welcome to ASC Student Room. Today we'll be looking at mastering Concord and Agreement. So either you want to write WAEC or JAMB, this video is for you, or you are just preparing for any form of English exam. So let's dive in. And what is Concord? The word Concord simply means agreement. When you talk about concord, what should come to your mind should be agreement. In English grammar, concord means the agreement between the subject and the verb in a sentence. That is the agreement between the subject and the verb in a sentence. That's the simple definition of concord. We have three kinds of concord. Number one, we have grammatical concord. When these verbs agrees with the subject in number and in persons, that is grammatical concord. When the verb agrees with the subject in number and in person. So, and then we also have notional concord, when meanings determines the verb, not just the form. That is notional concord. Meaning determine the verb and not just the form. That means it's not just how the thing is arranged, but it's about what you actually mean in the sentence. That's what will determine the verb. So we see the example for this. We see examples of all these things as we dive in. So, and number three, we have proximity concord. When the verb agrees with the nearest noun, that is proximity concord. That's the word proximity. That means that's how things is near to the other things. That's when the verb agrees with the nearest noun. That is proximity concord. Okay, let's continue. See, you need to master this in order. If you do, why do you not have to do this? You have to master in order to be able to pass your exam. Exactly that your English exam very well. Because normal JAMB used to test this particular aspect in any form of English. They used to test this aspect of this. So let's continue. Okay. Rule 1. Last we have Concord have 15 major rules. 15 major rules. So we see each rule as we continue. Can I say rule 1 says singular subjects take singular verbs. Plural subject takes plural verb. So what is this thing telling us? Like, you know, this when you hear Concord, that's what first comes to your mind. Like, you know that like this is what everybody normally know. Like, yes, this rule everybody know. Almost everybody knows this rule. That means singular subjects take singular verbs, while plural subject takes plural verb. This is just the foundation of Concord. So let's continue. So we can see the example. Let's check the example. Example 1: a student reads carefully. Okay, before we continue, when you see a singular subject take a singular verb, when you talk about singular and plural, no in noun. When you talk about singular when you're talking about singular in noun, you mean like something that doesn't carry s or es. That's what you term as singular in noun. While a plural in noun is what that when you talk about plural in noun, I mean something that carry s or es, or as the case may be. But when you are talking about verb, the opposite is the case. In verb, that's the singular will carry s or es, while the plural will not carry s. So let's continue. For example, in this example 1, say a student reads carefully. When you say a student, that's singular subject. A student, what is subject A? A student is subject A. While reads carefully, that is singular verb. Then a student, that means one student reads carefully. That's singular subject carry a singular verb. You can see this example 2. The boy plays football every day. That's one singular boy. Plays carry singular, it attracts singular verb. Football every day. And example 3, the boys. You can see this is not just one boy. That's many boys. The boys play football every evening. You can see this the verb here does not carry it. That means this one it's this one is single is a plural verb, and it's agreeing with this plural subject. So I hope you guys understand. So let's see now example rule 2. Let's okay, before rule 2, just try this example. Which one of this is correct? My friends goes home early, or my friends go home early. Which of these 2, this statement is correct. Try it and put your answer in the comment section. You can see the correct answer. Let's now check rule 2. So when two singular subjects subjects are joined together, are joined by and, they take a plural verb. When two singular subjects are joined by and, they take a plural verb. So that's this. That's rule 2. Let's look at this. The teacher, that's one singular subject, and the student, that's another singular subject, and we can see this and is joining them. This conjunction and is joining them. Okay. When they will say when two singular subjects are joined together by and, the verb that we agree that is plural verb. So the teacher and the student disagree on the answer. You know, as I've told you before, like say, okay, a plural verb will not carry s. That's example of that. Disagree on the answer. You can see example 2. Bread and butter make a good breakfast. John and Peter are friends. That's example 3. Example 4. Honesty and hard work lead to success. And example 5. A pen and a notebook are required. So those are the examples for this rule 2. Let's continue. Rule 3. See, when two subjects revert to one person or idea, use a singular verb. See, when two subjects revert to one person or idea, use a singular verb. Let's look at the principal and the teacher is addressing the assembly. Don't be confused because of the rule 2 and this rule 3. So you can see that this and that is joining them now. But here, this principal is the same thing as this principal is the same person as that is also the same person as the teacher. That means before you can become a principal, before you become a teacher in that particular school. Before that's we say the principal and the teacher. That means they are the same person. You are saying that is the same person. This person this principal is also the same. Is also the person as the teacher. That's why it's carrying a singular. That's why it's carrying a singular verb, which is. The principal and the teacher is addressing the assembly. So example 2, the secretary and the typist. That means he's a secretary and he's also the one typing. That means for this first example, this one is a principal and also a teacher. He's also teaching that particular school. That you are referring to the same person. That's why it's carrying is. The secretary and the typist, you are responding to the same person. That is also carrying is. That's rice and beans is my favorite meal. Rice and beans. That means it's pointing to a singular idea. Rice and beans. That is pointing to a singular food. That means you are combining. You are joining rice and beans together. Rice and beans is my favorite meal. That is a single food. When you maybe that's rice and beans. When you mix together, that make a singular food. That means is my favorite meal. So the trick is, so if both nouns revert to the same person or idea, treat them as one. Use a singular verb. So let's go to rule 3. Now rule 3. Okay, rule 4. Sorry, rule 4. So when subjects are joined by or, either. Rule 4 says when subjects are joined by or, either or, neither nor, the verb agrees with the nearest subject. You know, when we in the course of the introduction to this subject, we talk about proximity concord. That's this example of proximity. This example of we can call this a form of example of that thing. So let's now check the example. Okay, either the teachers, example 1, either the teachers or the principal is wrong. Say either the teachers or the principal is wrong, as it agrees with the nearest subject. No, we have two subjects here. Number the first subject is teachers, while the second subject here is the principal, which is one person. You can see the first subject is plural, while this other subject, which is the nearest subject, is singular. That's why this thing. And then when you are using either when you are using either or, neither nor, that means you must use it. I mean, it's the fact that you join, we must agree with the nearest. We must agree with the nearest subject. That's why the principal here is singular, and then the verb that you join here should be singular verb, which is wrong. The same thing apply to example 2. Say either Femi or his friends. Either Femi or his friend. You can see the nearest subject here, which is his friends, which is friends here now, are coming. That's friends here is the friends here. That this one is plural. That's why you can see are here, are coming. You can see this example 3. Neither the boys, which is this boys here, which is the first subject, which is plural, nor the girl. The girl is singular, but the girl is one that is closest to this verb. Neither the boys nor the girl was absent. That means you use singular, this singular verb, because this is the nearest subject was present. Example 4 goes with example 4 like follow the same way. That's neither the teacher nor the students were late. Example 5, either my father or my brothers are responsible. I hope you understand. Now rule 5. Rule 5 says collective nouns take singular verbs when acting as one unit. Plural when individuals act separately. When individuals act separately. That is collective noun. You know what collective noun now? Takes, we see in our example, collective noun takes singular verbs when acting as one unit, or plural when individuals act separately. Now let's look at this. Example 1. The team are arguing among one another. The team, the team, this is a collective stuff now. The team are arguing. That means when you say they are arguing, they are not acting collective now. They are not acting collectively, but they are arguing. They are acting individual. That's why this thing carry. That's why this one attract. This one attract a plural verb. The team are arguing among themselves. Whereas they are arguing among themselves, they are acting individually. I mean, this one is arguing with this one, this other one is arguing with this. I mean, they are acting separately. That's why this one carry a plural verb. When they are acting separately, they carry a plural verb. When they are acting together, they carry a singular verb. Don't forget the rule. So, example 2: the committee has reached a decision. That means they've jointly reached decision. I mean, after deliberation, they will now agree on one thing. Now they are acting together. That's why the committee has reached a decision. That means they have dropped their sentiment now. Now they are now acting as one unit, as one group. That's why you now know when they are acting as a group, when they are acting together. That means they attract a singular verb. That's the committee has reached a decision. That's why you see this one here. Right? The team is winning. That means when the team is winning, then they are acting together. They are playing together. That's why it attracts a which is singular verb. The team is winning. Now say example 4. The jury were divided in their opinion. That means each of them have a separate opinion, that they are acting separately. That's why you see this word were, which is a plural verb, is used to join. Is used to maybe agree with this one, because they are acting separately. The jury were divided in their opinions. While the last example here, the family is large. I mean, you are referring to a family as a whole. That's why it carries singular verb. The family is large. Okay, let's go to rules. Okay, so rule 6. Rule 6 now say uncountable nouns take a singular verbs. That's rule 6. Uncountable nouns take a singular verbs. Let's now can you drop some? Let's say everybody drop like 33 uncountable nouns in the comment section. You can do that now. Okay, let's continue. Example, say, examples is furniture is an uncountable. Furniture is expensive. Furniture is an uncountable noun. Information is power. Information is an uncountable noun. And then whenever you see uncountable noun, you must use a singular verb with it. The formula as information is power. Money is important. Money is uncountable. Money is important. Rice is a staple food. These are an example of uncountable. You can also uncountable that you should know. Drop some in comment section and use it in a sentence. Try it and let's see. The uncountable nouns like money, rice, water are always treated as singular. That's if you should note. Uncountable nouns like money, rice, water are always treated as singular. Let's continue. Rule 7. Say words like each, everyone, anyone, etc. take a singular verbs. So that's word like each, everyone, anyone, etc. take a singular verbs. Okay, let's now see the examples we have here. See, anybody is welcome. Like I said, anybody is welcome. That's anybody. It's welcome. I take a singular verb. Example 2. Everybody is ready. Each student has. That's us. It's not our. Each student. That each student has a textbook. Example 4. Nobody was absent. Money is important. Whenever you say on any form of listening, something like this, you must use a singular verb with it. Okay, let's go to rule 8. Plural form words but singular meaning take a singular verbs. This is rule 8. Plural form words but singular meaning take a singular verbs. Okay, let's our examples. Economics, you know, I see the word economics, it looks like plural to you, but it's actually singular. Economy is my best subject. And I say economics here because it's carried, you think it maybe it's plural, but it's don't be deceived by this s. It's actually singular. But that's how you must use a singular verb with it. Say, economics is my best subject. Can now see number example 2. So we say news is on. News is on at 10. News is on at 10. Don't because of this exam be confused. It's just a singular. It's a singular subject. News is on at 10. Can you see example 2? Something that mathematics is difficult. Mathematics, don't be deceived. As I've always said, don't be deceived by this x. This is just a singular subject. So mathematics is difficult. Music is contagious. Politics is dirty. These are the examples. Don't be deceived when you see all this one thing in your exam. Don't be deceived because of the x that they carry. They are just singular subject, and so they must attract a singular verb. So let's see rule 9. Rule 9 it says titles of books, organizations, countries, all this they take singular verbs. When you see titles of books, organizations, and countries, they attract singular verbs. Let's see an example. Example 1. Things Fall Apart is a classic novel. This novel by Chinua Achebe. Yes, Things Fall Apart. This is the name of novel. Is a classic novel. That's it attract any maybe name or origin. It attracts singular verb. That's why you see is here. And then example 2 say the Netherlands. That's the name of nation. Is a small country. The Netherlands is a small country. It is in this moment because the name of nation it attracts a singular verb. Example 3. The United Nations is meeting today. United Nations is meeting today. Example 4. The youth club is organizing a debate. Example 5. The Bible is a holy book. All these things attract singular verb, and you must match singular verb with it. All of them attract singular verb, and you must match it with them. All of these examples them attract singular verb. So let's check our rule. Is it rule? Yes, rule 10. See, when a subject is preceded by a number of or the number of, now see now a number of, that's a number of will attract a plural verb. Don't mistake this thing. When you see a number of, it will attract a plural verb. When you see the number of, this one attracts singular verb. So a number of attracts plural verb, while the number of attract a singular verb. Let's look at our example 1. Say a number of students are missing. That means a number of here which attract a plural. It attracts plural verb. That's why you see here. A number of students are missing. Now example 2. The number of, the number. That's the number. That's, and then you say when you see the word the number, then it attracts the number of, it attracts a singular verb. And the number of students is large. You can see what is the difference here is just this article here and article D. Whenever you are using a number of or the number of, as in a number of will attract a plural verb, while the number of will attract a singular verb. A number of, example 3, a number of books were lost. Example 4, the number of cars has increased. Example 5, a number of issues remain unresolved. This you can see, that's remain, that's a plural verb, unresolved. And because a number of will attract a plural verb. So I hope you understand this part also. If you have questions, you can also ask in the comment section. You can drop your comment. You can drop your question in the comment section. Let's see rule 11. Yes, when using the rule 11 says when using expressions like as well as, in addition to, the verb agrees with the first subject. So that whenever you are using expression like as well as, in addition to, the verb agrees with the first subject. Let's check this. Our example. Example 1, we see the boy as well as his friends was late. You can see we see the boy. We now see that word as well as. Whenever you use as well as, the verb will agree with the first subject. You can see the boy here, this is singular. Well, as well as, after this as well as, we can see his friends. This is friend this is plural subject here, subject now. But we say it's whenever you are using as well as, it must agree. It must agree with the first subject, which is the boy. No, the boy here is singular or plural. It is singular. Then that means the verb that we match this thing with, the verb that we match this sentence must be a singular verb, because the first subject is singular. Now the boy as well as his friends was late. That's why you use singular verb, was late. Example 2, the teachers. That's the first. Look at this first subject, the teachers, which is plural. In addition to the principal, the second subject here, the principal. This is a singular subject. This is singular. The singular subject here now were present. You can see now. That's why this second subject is singular. But because of this, in addition to, they say it must agree with the first subject, which is the teachers, which is plural. The teachers, in addition to the principal, were present. That's why you see this. That's why you see this were here. And then the rule 3, example 3, we say the man as well as his children likes. That's a singular verb, likes football. Don't forget I said plural. I said singular verb always singular verbs always carry s, while plural verb will not carry s. All the singular verb will always carry s or es, while plural verb will not carry s or es. So the man as well as his children likes football. Example 4. My sister along with her friends is here. My sister along with her friends is here. You can say my sister, which is this is the first subject. My sister, only one person, along with her friends. That's we have many. These are another subject which is not singular, which is plural. But the verb must agree with this first subject. That's why you see is here. That's why you see this is, which is the verb here. Example 5 said the president together with the minister is meeting today. The president together with the minister is meeting today. Okay, let's go to rule 12. Rule 12 says indefinite expressions like a lot of, plenty of, some of depend on the noun they are referring to. That's whenever we are seeing this thing now, you now have to look at what are they actually referring to. That's what you determine the verb that we attract. Whenever you see something like maybe something like a lot of, plenty of, some of, and the verb that will be matched with it will depend on what they are referring to. You see in an example. That's example 1. A lot of water. Because a lot of water. You can say water is water. You know, in one of our, we say uncountable now, they attract singular, but that water is uncountable. That's why the name is uncountable. Uncountable now attract singular, but that's a lot of water is wasted. You can say water is uncountable, and uncountable now will surely attract a singular verb. And a lot of water, that's why it is wasted. And we are combining two together here now. So look at example 2. A lot of people. Here now, a lot is referring to people here. A lot of people. And people are existing. Is this singular or plural? People is plural. And if it's just person will be singular, but people is plural. A lot of people. Now, because it's plural, it must attract a plural verb. A lot of people are missing. That's why you see this word are missing. Example 3. Some of the milk was pea. Some of the milk. Milk is actually a form of uncountable noun, and it attract is singular verb. Some of the milk was pea. Example 4. Some of the students. Can say student here. That's not just one student. Some of the students were present. That's student is plural, and then that's why it attract a plural verb. Were absent. Were absent. Some of these students were absent. While example 5, plenty of rice is available. Plenty of rice is available. You can see rice is uncountable, so it attracts is, which is singular verb. I hope you understand. Okay, let's go to root. We are almost running up. So rule 13 now say relative pronouns. When we talk of relative pronouns, some of the example is like who, dash, which, those are relative pronouns. Agree with the antecedent. What's the meaning of antecedent? That's the word that they follow. I mean the word that they come immediately after. That the antecedent. Relative pronouns who, that, which agree with their antecedent. Let's check the letter. You can see it is I who am right. Like it is I. You can say I. That's I here. You can see now I, which is just one person who am right. You can say example 2. He is the one. That's one person. He is the one. Who? He is the one who is late. And that's one here. As who here, which is who here now is maybe the word before this who is one, which is singular, is late. He is the one who is late. Example 3. She is the teacher. Since is the teacher, that's another thing that teaches English. That's teacher, that's one person, that's the teacher that teaches English. That's that here now. I mean, that's what we do. It agree with the artisan. The artisan is the artisans, and the word that the artisan, the word that come before this that, the word that come before this that is that this the teacher, which is singular. That teaches, which attracts a singular verb that teaches English. Example 4. They are the students who read daily. You cannot say they are the students who read. What comes before this who, which is the students, which is the students, not just one of the many students. That's it must attract a plural verb. Who, that's why it attracts read, who read daily. Look at the trick now. Look at the word before. The trick here is look at the word before who or that. That is the subject you must agree with. That's just the trick here. Okay. Now let's see rule 14. Yes, rule 14. Rule 14. And there, whenever you see the word there, here, the verbs agree with the real subject. Whenever you see something, this word there or here, the verb agree with the real subject. So don't just be tricked. The verb will agree with the real subject. Let's see in nice. There is a book. You know what I'm saying? There is a book. The subject, the real subject here is that's a book on the table. There is a book. That's why now this verb is referring to this real subject, which is a book, which is singular. Is that's why it's agree with this is on the table. Example 2. There are books. You can see these books here, which is the real subject. Books, not just one book. Books. That's why it attracts there are books on the table. Example 3. Here comes the teacher. The teacher. This is the real subject, the teacher, which is a singular person, the teacher. That's why it attracts this comes. And then here come the students. That's this student that are plural. And then you see come, it attracts this come. So note the subject comes after the verb, but agreement still depends on the subject. The agreement still depends on the subject become maybe after the verb, but the agreement still depends on the subject. Which is these are the subject: a book, books, the teacher, and the students. Hope you understand. Okay, let's go to the last rule, which is rule 15. Rule 15. Fractions. Rule 15 says fractions, percentage depend on the noun. When you see fraction and fractions, percentage depends on the noun. Fraction and percentage depend on the noun. Let's say an example. Then I say this fraction, half of the cake, which is if that's a particular fraction of the cake, that half of the cake is gone. That's cake here now. Half of the cake is gone. That's now. That's the cake is countable here. That means this one is very that's why it's half of is. That's why it attracts this is. Half of the cake is gone, and I'm gonna say half of the students are present. Half of the students. That half of the students are present. Can I see? That's when you are using it depends on what, maybe it depends on the subject and on the subject. That half of the students are present, because this one is plural now. It attracts this are, which is plural also, are present. And then you can see example 3. 10% of the money was stolen. 10% of the money was stolen. You can see money is uncountable. Now, and it must it attracts singular verb. That can say 10% of the money was stolen. Don't be deceived by this thing and think it is plural. But what is the real subject? Which is the money. 10% of the money was stolen. The money which is uncountable, it will attract a singular verb. 10% of the money was stolen. And then you can say 10% of the people were present. The real subject is people, which is plural. That it attract this were 10% of the people were present. So these are the major rules of Concord. Now check the noun after the fraction. Note, check the noun after the fraction. It determines the verb. You can see, check the noun after the fraction. It determines the verb. You can see after this fraction here now, half of the cake. You can see just okay now. That's why this cake determines the subject, determine the verb. And half of the student, this student here determine the verb. Okay, 10% of the money here determines the verb, while 10% of the people here determines the verb. How you understand? These are the 15 major rules of Concord. How you guys understand? As you enjoyed it, you can try and then try this question before you go. Try out this question and provide me your answer in the comments. Okay, neither the principal nor the teachers thus aware of the meeting schedule. Try it and drop your answer in the comment section. And don't forget, as you are dropping your answer, don't forget you are dropping your answer. You also explain why do you think the answer that you choose is correct. Just try and explain. And then a series of lecturers on Africa history that's been organized by the departments. So provide your answer here. And then the third one, the committee, after many heated arguments, does finally agree on resolution. So just fill in your answer and explain it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's very, very important. And then let me also make this announcement. Like, we are having a WhatsApp group where we teach students maybe that want to write a WAEC. Students that maybe that want to do WAEC, JAMB or NECO. We have a WhatsApp group where we tutor them and give them share material to them and then guide them on how to achieve good success. Don't forget to that's our WhatsApp. This is our WhatsApp number. And don't forget to like and subscribe. It's very, very important. And you can also share to your friend. Please share to your friend. Please don't download. Just watch it. If you download it, doesn't add anything to it. Just watch it and God will bless you. Thank you.